later told investigators that Margaret seemed genuinely happy that day, though she noticed David seemed tense during the reception. He kept checking his phone, Sarah remembered. Even during their first dance, I saw him glance at it over Margaret's shoulder. But at the time, Sarah assumed it was work stress. David had recently been promoted to senior claims adjuster, handling more complex cases, dealing with difficult clients. The first few years of marriage appeared normal from the outside. They bought a modest 3-bedroom house in Westchase, complete with a 2-car garage and a small backyard where Margaret planted tomatoes and herbs. David would grill on weekends while Margaret worked in her garden. They seemed like any other suburban couple navigating their 30s, building a life together one small decision at a time. But friends began noticing changes in 2019. Margaret started declining invitations to dinner parties and girls' nights out. When she did attend social gatherings, David would text her constantly, asking when she'd be home, who she was talking to, what they were discussing. Margaret would excuse herself to respond immediately, her fingers flying across her phone screen with what looked like practiced urgency. Sarah confronted her about it once, asking if everything was okay at home. Margaret's response was telling. "David just worries about me. He works in insurance. He knows how dangerous the world can be." The worrying escalated to control gradually, almost imperceptibly. David started picking Margaret up from work, saying it wasn't safe for her to drive alone at night. He convinced her to share the location on her phone with him, for safety reasons. He began questioning her about every patient interaction, every conversation with colleagues, every moment of her day that he wasn't directly witnessing. Margaret's co-workers noticed she seemed more tired, more distracted, less likely to join them for lunch or after-work drinks. David's own behavior was becoming more erratic, though he hid it well from most people. His work performance began suffering as he became obsessed with monitoring Margaret's activities. He installed security cameras around their house, ostensibly for protection, but the cameras were positioned to monitor the driveway, the front door, and the garage, all places where he could track Margaret's comings and goings. Neighbors occasionally heard raised voices from the Chen house, but never anything that seemed serious enough to call police. The financial stress was mounting too. David had made some poor investment decisions, losing a significant portion of their savings in cryptocurrency that crashed in early 2021. He hid this from Margaret initially, but maintaining their lifestyle while hemorrhaging money created additional pressure.